This particular video you're about to watch is not for everyone, so please I beg you to pay attention because it's a professional video tutorial on CAC registration. So today we are going to be learning how to register an NGO on the corporate with the Corporate Affairs Commission. So in order to avoid spending times 10 of the initial cost of registration, like I said, pay attention. Don't try to maneuver the process or skip the process, but I just want you to pay attention so that you won't be a scapegoat. First of all, for the newbies, let's get to know what an NGO actually means. In its simplest form, how we just say an NGO stands for non-governmental organization. So it's a not-for-profit, non-profit. They are not to make profit. You understand? So when you see all these big foundations that help motherless baby home, giving out rice, all those are non-governmental organization. You also have it can be anything. It can be a mosque. A mosque is not meant to make profit. A church is not meant to make profit. A union, a club, even an alumni is not meant to make profit. So all these bodies, all these category, all these that are just listed, you are to register them under an NGO, and their objective, when you're drafting the objective, they are not meant to be in profit based. It's just going to be something like to help the needy, to do like to help, to give charity, all these kind of things. They are not meant to. You can't be registering an NGO and then you give an objective that's to make profit or to carry on the business of. No, it's not. That's not an NGO registration. That's a business name. In fact, that's a business name. So for you to register an NGO, you have to make sure that let's say, okay, if you're registering for yourself, you have to draft out your object. You have to, if you're registering for a client, you have to draft out the client object, or just ask them. Is an interrogation, you have to consult them to ask them what are the aims and objective of their the purpose of the registration. My name remains Opara Chioma Glory, and I'll be your tutor on this course. So get your writing materials and let's dive into the video.
Okay, now that we're already logged into my account, you can just log into your account, okay, and also be taking down notes on your writing materials. So you have to click on this name requiring consent for your name reservation, not this other one. And the difference between these two is that this actually gets approval immediately, but this other name requiring consent approval takes like maybe 2 to 3 working days, depending. All depends. Okay, so this is not automated by an AI. It's approved by a human being. Okay, so when you click on this, you're going to be saying not submitted applications, pending, queried, and approved. So this is where you get your applications that are being approved, and if you have any queries, you solve them right here. Okay, and if you have pending applications that you just want to know if it's actually on pending, we can click on this part and then not submitted here. So to apply for your consent, you come over this box or come over this option and then you click on it. So I want to emphasize very well on this name search, because there is no AI telling us if this name is available or not. There is no automation on that, so you have to be very careful while reserving your name. You must make sure that you perform a name search or carry on whatever English. You must make sure that you do a name search, a thorough name search, before you submit a name on the corporate affairs or with the corporate, or I don't know how you want to understand it. So I'm trying to go back to the informations that I'll be using for this job, using for this tutorial. I'm looking for the job. Yeah, so we have these options here. So let me explain so that you don't get confused. But this tutorial is on how to register an NGO. An NGO, like I said, involves foundation, mosque, church, club, social clubs, women initiatives, and that. So they don't make profits, but this is quite confusing because we have this as business classification, but I believe that should be tackled with later. But let me explain to you in case you come back to see it like that. No wahala, at least you know what you are doing after taking this course. So you are not supposed to be making profit, but if you want to make profits, good and fine, that's you. But legally, you are not supposed to be making profit. You're supposed to be like, okay, for a foundation, you'll be helping the needy. That's charitable activities and all of that. Then for a church, you're not supposed to be making profit. What you do is to pray for people, even help, participate in giving to the needy, motherless baby home and all of that. Even someone that is running a motherless baby home needs to register with the Corporate Affairs Commission as an NGO, because it's not profit based. But your source of income can come from donations, can come from okay, for a church we say offering and tithes. Then for a motherless baby home we say from donations, from grants and that, from free will giving. Even for social club, maybe membership contribution. We have taxing, like to tax ourselves. That's what they call it. The right name is fines, true fines. All right, so they are not meant to make profit, so that this doesn't confuse you, because you'll be seeing business type now, and then in the aims of objective you go and start typing to sell blah blah blah. No, so please pay attention. Then I'm going to go ahead to click, because we're interested in incorporated trustee, we click on this, and then every other classification that you see here is actually for reservation, but this time around you are using restricted names. Okay, so there are names that have restrictions like safety, holdings, group and all of that. That's where you register, that's where you pick them here. But now our main focus is incorporated trustee, and I just selected that. Okay, I just picked that. And then the business type, of course, is going to still be an incorporated trustee. Do you get my point? Sorry about that. Then the reason. Okay, so there are different types of search. I call this one the inner search. This particular one here is called my inner cabinet. And then I have the second one, which is called my inner cabinet. I use that whenever I am, like, maybe I don't want to log into this as in, okay, you know, the portal is now 2-in-1. So I usually use that when I don't want to log into this print corporation. You understand? Then we have the third one, which is the public search. That one is public. But if you want to have a good search, please search it from inside here. Search for it here. And then the option you'll be making use of is the change of name. Remember that we are trying to do a name search before you register or before you reserve an NGO. This is not a business name. That business name, the AI will tell you that this name is not going to go or suggest for you. This one doesn't suggest. If you pay your 5,000 naira and that name has been reserved by another person, the 5,000 naira will go. That's why I say pay attention. If you know you don't want to lose your profit, or if you know that you don't want to spend times 10 of what you're supposed to be spending, please pay attention. So when you click on this apply for consent, it's going to take you to the particular page where you'll be searching for that name, if it has been approved or not. So this is it. Okay, we are not interested in the availability code, we are not interested in the registration number, we are interested in the company name. So let me go back to this job that I collected, stars of let me use this, stars of east. So you can see that as I'm typing it one by one. I did not paste it, so you have to be typing it word by word, or word by word. So I'm seeing stars of blah blah blah, stars of easy awo. I'm seeing another one which is not related to it. I'm seeing Isa Shiny Star Club, Bright Morning Ladies Club of Benin, and okay, so we don't have any similar name here, but let me add social. Okay, that's not the spelling of social. Social Club. Okay, so you can see that we have Diamond Star Social Club Lifestyle, which is slightly similar. The only difference here is just this east. But now there's something I also need you to note. You know that when you are reserving, you need to localize. Localize means you adding the state where that particular NGO is located. So for this state now, we are using Imo State. To localize this, we are using it, and you can see it said Stars of East blah blah blah, company record not found. So it means that this name is available. But if a name comes out with this name, it means that it is not available. So if I plain backspace, if I delete this, you can see that this name is coming out here. And another thing I want you to note on your name search is that there is no more, like, you don't, like, the habits, or should I call it the habits? I won't call it the habits. You no longer how am I going to say it? CAC no longer allows the use of abbreviations. For this name now is Stars of East. So if I come and, like, if I use stars for S, of, O, East, A, S, if I submit it like this, CAC might query what is the meaning of SOES. So you see, when you now answer the query and they're not impressed, they will tell you they don't accept. So please, in order to avoid that, don't use abbreviations. Submit the full name. Okay, submit the full name. And also the use of comma as of recent is not allowed. But keep trying. The process is going to stabilize very soon. Keep trying. Then another thing I want to say, okay, I've talked about it, localizing the name abbreviation, and what else? I think that's what you just need to know. Make sure that your name is well presented. If it's not well presented, they are very, very strict now in approving NGO names. So you don't want to waste your profit. I don't want to make your registration look messy. Okay, so now we have done that search. Okay, you can try this post incorporation if you are an accredited agent. Okay, if you can also use this public search. So I'm going to go back to my dashboard because I want us to reserve this name together. So I'll click on this incorporated trustee, and I'll click on incorporated type. Then we are doing a new name reservation. Note that we have done the name search. So now we have confirmed that the name is available for us to register or to reserve. You cannot see a name that is not available. Or let me just use it in a language that you understand. You cannot see a name that you know that is similar and go and register it, except the name that you saw has a different location. Let's say we saw Stars of East Social Club, Owerri. I doubt if you can register Imo State, but yes, I doubt so. Though it might not be considered, like, it might not be, they might not reason it very, very well. But if I want to register Stars of East Social Club, Enugu, it will be approved because the locality is not the same. Another thing, I can remember now, the use of Nigeria. It means that you have registered in different states, in fact all the states. So you now be providing evidence. Even when you are using international, I think international sometimes they do query abi, what's that word? I'm trying to remember the word. There's a word that when you use it, that means you have NGOs registered abroad. They will then tell you to bring the certificate of evidence that so please, when you are registering or reserving your name, be careful on what you are reserving. Please be careful of what you're reserving so that you don't end up spending more than what you're supposed to be spending. So now, because it's a new name reservation, I'll click on this. So for this change of name and all of that, later we are going to revisit it. All right, so we are going to click on this for this NGO registration, and I'll click on apply for consent, and yes, start my application. And we have number 1, incorporate trustee details, constitution, aims and objective, trustee, document upload. Note that I've made video on this before, and because of the changes and all of that, we are trying to come back to it so that you won't be lost. Okay, so please, you are also advised to watch this video and watch the other video, because there are some things that I said there that I'm not sure I can remember here. Okay, because now we are doing new things. Old things are not passed away. For this, as in this particular one, old things cannot be passed away. Please go back to that particular video and watch it. The only thing that is going to be different is just the interface. All right, so now for the proposed name, you can submit three names. You can decide to submit just one if you are okay or you're sure that that one name is going to go. So for this proposed name, I'll be adding it here. I'll be adding two because my client gave me two options. So I'll add one here and add one here. Don't add one here and jump over to the third one. Just complete it from here. Then for the principal activity, of course, it's social club. So it's very, very easy. Just look for social club S and then you select or fix that there. Then the email address, you're going to fix that there. I don't want the video to be very long, so I will try to be fast. And then for the description, you just type in this same stuff here, social. Just type in that stuff, the same thing that you saw here. That's what you're going to type in here, social club based association. All right, so when you type that, then make sure that your spellings are correct, and then you are going to provide the details. That is the registered address, which is in Imo State, and then Owerri is that the local government. Let me go ahead to check it again. So when you provide all these details, you click on save and continue. So I'm going to pause this video. After filling this, I'll move over to the second part and I'll resume it again. Okay, so I'm done filling that part of the trustee income. That is the NGO details, not the trustee, the NGO details itself. Okay, then we have to fix the, what is this called, we have to fix the constitution. So you have hearing constitution, this is where you fix it, and then whatever information you supply here will be documented and sent back to you as your documents, which is your constitution, your status report and certificate, CAC certificate. So please do not be confused when you are being asked for constitution. This is your constitution, you have to fill these informations. So I'm going to fix here too, but you can ask your client, or maybe you can decide to add more, or whichever you want to. So let me check if my client actually provided a particular, okay, there was no information on social. I'll just go ahead to adopt my own. So this is my own. So you can also adopt if your clients do not have any value or any, yeah. So here I'll also adopt 10 years. Okay, then for the concerning of comments, I like to use the chairman, but some persons like to use secretary, but I prefer the chairman. So whatever options that is going to work for you is fine. Therefore, the governing body, I go ahead with board of trustees. For short is BOT, but I don't know if they understand what BOT is, so just fix it there as board of trustees. Then the application of funds and keeping of accounts. On the old video, I placed a PDF for you just to copy and paste. So I'll be copying that and be pasting it right here, and I'll also be attaching it to the description of this video, so you can just go there and copy yours and then you paste. You don't need to edit. It's fine the way it is. Okay, what you need to edit now, since we are working on social club, the one that I pasted might be that of a ministry, so remove that ministry and add social club. Okay, so I don't know if you even understand what I'm saying. Please let me go and copy it and then I'll bring it here so that you see what I'm saying. All right, so this is for the application of funds. Okay, so I want to go back to this part, so let's read it together. All funds shall be applied towards promoting the aims and objectives of the church. So you can see that this is not a church that I'm actually working on, so I'm going to click that and fix that as club, or maybe you can say social club. Okay, so that they can actually note that it's a social club. All right, so let me go forward so you can see. Then I'll give a space between this, so it's perfect like this. Then I'll go ahead to copy the keeping of account and I'll bring it back here and paste it. Okay, so I just pasted the part, the text, or yeah, the text for keeping of account. So you can see I started with the ministry. So I believe that you now understand how to formulate all this, or how to go about this particular keeping of account and application of funds. So I'll just clean this. If you're raising a church, you can leave it as a ministry, or a church. If you're registering a foundation, you can use the foundation shall open. If you're registering a mosque, you can say the mosque shall open. Or even this part of this all funds, blah blah blah. Let me go to that part. Promoting the aims and objectives of the mosque or of the church or of the foundation or of the initiative. Just you can personalize it. So here I'll be fixing this social club again. The social club shall open an account with any bank in Nigeria. The trustees shall, so it's perfect. So after these informations, I'm going to click on save and continue, and this is the part where I'll be adding the aims and objectives. So like I said, NGOs are not meant to make profit. So what the aims and objectives should be for the members benefit, or maybe for the public benefit, and not for their for individual benefit. I don't know if you understand. You're not supposed to be writing to carry on the business of okay, let's say this instance for schools. They have free schools and paid schools. So NGOs now fall under what? Free schools. They offer scholarship. Do you get my point? So they have paid skills and they have unpaid skills. Those unpaid skills are referred to as what? Let's call them empowerment. But there are some empowerment that you can pay for. You understand? So it depends on how you want to organize, but you just hope you're just getting my point. I don't want to confuse you but hope you're getting my point. So let me go back to my client objectives. So I'll just be doing a copy and paste because he already typed everything out. So after pasting everything, I'm going to click on save and continue, and then we'll move over to the part of the trustees information. Okay, so after the part of the aims and objective, we have the trustees, and this is the second to the last. So we're almost done with the reservation process. For this reservation of NGO, especially when you get to this part of the trustee, there's a format I want you to adopt. So please do not start by adding the secretary details first. I don't know if the portal is going to be worked on, but for now, if you add the secretary details first, you won't be able to add any other information of any other trustee. So what you should do is to add, first of all, add all the trustees. Let's say if there are 5 trustees and maybe a chairman and then another trustee, making total of 8. So is it 8? 7? So you add the 5 trustees first, and then you add the chairman, and then the secretary should be the last person you should fill for. Okay, so we call it should I say C? No, not C, because we're not starting from the chairman. TCS. Okay, TCS. So TCS. You fill for the trustee first, you fill for the chairman, and then you fill for the secretary as the last person. Okay, so there's something also I noticed, which I don't know if we are going to be adding the trustee information 2 times, because unlike the previous portal, we had the option of picking the trustee. Okay, we had to pick the trustee, and then a part of filling it, we are going to pick the option to say if the trustee is a secretary or not. But now, let's just go ahead to fix the trustee information. So we have just 2 trustees for this job. Okay, so I'm going to fix that here. It's selected already. Don't mind that it's not showing there. So this is the information that we need to provide: the surname, first name, date of birth, gender, nationality. These parts are not important. So here you can fix business, just use business, then the phone number, email address, and that. So I'm going to fill all these informations providing this, so you can see we can't detect who is a chairman or not. So that is where you then have to select the options. So I'm going to fix all these through, and after that I'll click on save and continue, and I'll preview. Okay, please make sure to preview your details, and after preview we make payments together. Alright, so before I move to save and continue, I want to show you that the information actually adds up by itself as a trustee secretary. And so on that note, I'll be removing this person as a trustee. It's the same person. So in order not to allow it appear 2 times, I'll be deleting it. But maybe I think they want us to add a trustee. Well, I don't know. They need to really work on this portal because we really don't want to make any mistakes. But the chairman, like that, is fine. Okay, so if you are not seeing the informations as trustee secretary, please note that you fill for the trustee separately and fill for the secretary separately. So let me just go ahead to delete this information. Okay, so the information is out. I'll go ahead and click on save and continue, and then we'll make the payment. Okay, so the payment is actually 5,000 naira for now. Okay, the price might be increased depending on whenever you're coming to have this course. Okay, so for now I'm making my payment of 5,000 naira, though they have planned to increase the fee, but because they are considering us, that's why the fee is still the same. So either you're making use of your card payment, like I've explained in the business demonstration video. So please, if you have not seen that video, make sure you are seeing it, because I don't see any reason why you should jump from the beginner to pro. No, it's not done that way. So you have to learn that one. From there you come over to this part. So you make your payment, and once you make your payment, your application should be pending. So let me just quickly make this payment. All right, so now that we have made a payment and it's successful, please, if your payment is not successful, just go back to your not submitted, and then you click on check status. You understand how we explained it? That's actually, you need to watch the business name registration video. So we have to wait for this name to be approved, and then once the name is being approved, then you click on start registration. Okay, let me just show you. So if you made a payment and it was successful on your end, but on the portal is not it didn't submit, so you have to click on this check payment status, click on it, if you are sure that your payment was keep please come and take popcorn and be eating and be clicking on it. It's going to move. Okay, so yeah, so when you're done with your name reservation, you have to wait for numbers of days. It depends on how less busy the approving officers are. All right, so once you get an approval, it should be under approved, and you have to search the job if you are using a portal that can register many jobs. Okay, so you have to search for the name. Either you search it here, or you just search it wherever it should be. So now I'm going to clean this stuff. All right, so we might not actually need to wait for that name reservation to be done, because we need to complete this video course immediately, and because of that I'll be using a different NGO name to complete it. So I have this NGO that I want to submit, and I'll be using it right here, which is this one. So you can see it's saying approved. Okay, it has been approved, and I'll click on the action here. So you have to click on action, because you won't see anything like start registration until you click on the action button. All right, so I'll click on it, and I'll click on go to registration. So when you click on this action button, you let it open up, then you click on go to registration, then it opens up like this. And also I have another template or PDF that you just have to copy and paste the quorum. That one you don't need to add anything, you just copy and paste it. So okay, let me see what we have here. We have meetings, number 1. We have source of income. I've explained, for a church, through tithes and offering, through grant, through donations, like that, free giving, all of that. Those should be your source of income. Those are your source of income for an NGO. Then for the publications, you are to publish the name on newspaper after your name has been reserved, not before your name reservation, but after your name has been reserved. you then publish the newspaper, publish the name on newspaper, and then you wait for 28 days. If you submit the name application, if you submit the applications before 28 days after your publication, after your newspaper publication, it will not be approved, it will be queried. So maybe you can just submit it because you don't want to eat the money. Maybe you can submit it, and when it goes to query, you leave it there. Whenever the 28 days elapses, then you can click on mark as resolved. So I think I've offered you a solution. Then after you done with the publications, you have to provide the dates. Okay, that is also a document you need to upload, which is in this number 4. So you upload your documents, such as minutes of meeting. If you need a template for that, please come and okay, I'll drop the link in the video description so that you can just have your copy. Okay, so you don't need to be messaging me, just have your copy there. Then you also need your oaths declaration for each trustee. So any individual that is not a trustee don't need to sign an oath if the person is just acting as secretary. Though that stuff, that's why I say they are supposed to, unlike the old portal, it shows you to say if this person is acting just a secretary or a trustee. But this time around, it's showing like it's just, I don't know, I just pray they work on it, or anyhow we can manage it. So it means that what they are trying to say is that a secretary must be a trustee. Do you get my point? So you do an oath declaration for the individuals that are being registered. We also offer that service in case you need it. Also, we also help in publishing, very affordable. And what other documents? Though you can also find someone that will do it for you. But if you want us to do it for you, we can help you just to make things easy for you. Then I think you have to merge the ID cards. So if there are 5 trustees, you have to merge the ID cards of the 5 trustees. And then for the signature uploads, is now like you need to upload this, you need to upload it individually. If there are 5 trustees, that means you need to upload 5 signatures, unlike before that you upload just one signature of the chairman and then one for the secretary. Now you're uploading for everybody. Okay, so what other informations am I losing out? I think that is that. Then for the fee, we are going to see that at the end, which is going to be increased. Remember that I said the fee is going to be increased. It has been increased, but not yet in, like, it's not yet in use. Let me just use that English like that. So I'll just go to my final and copy the quorum and then the meeting and also the source of income, all of that, and we'll move over to the publication. Or okay, I don't know if we should just move straight to, I'll resume back this video when we get to the upload. But I hope you understand. I don't want this video to be long because by the time I will start recording source of income, blah blah, okay, don't worry, I'll record it because I don't want anybody to say I did not see it or I did not know. I want you to see it, so I'll record it. Okay, so after adding these informations here, if you click on this save and continue, it won't go. So you have to click on this add meetings, and then once it pops up like this, once it's showing like this, you click on save and continue. And then for the source of income, you can either ask your Google or like try to draft it out very well. So source of income, let me see if my client provided any information that I'll be using. I don't know if he provided. Let me be sure. Please be sure. Don't assume. Be sure, right? Don't assume anything. So my client didn't provide. So what I'll just do, since I already know what the source of income should be, then I'll just go to membership. Like I'll add it, membership fines or membership donation. Okay, through grants, okay, freebie giving, I think that is that. You can even add membership fines and all of that. Okay, so since it's a social club, So having done that, I'll go ahead to provide the publication dates. So you have to look at your newspaper. So you have to look at your newspaper to provide the publication date. Okay, so you only work with the information on your newspaper. So I'm actually going to the newspaper to get the informations there. Okay, so let's see what I have. Okay, so I'm done providing the information for the publication. Then I'll go ahead and click on save and continue. I'm so tired. That's why I'm just talking like this, but I just believe you're understanding. At this point, I think I've thrown away all the knowledge and informations that you need. Okay, so that's why I had to say it before getting to this point. So, like I said earlier, we need to submit the signatures of everybody, every individual. Okay, so means of identification, you merge all the IDs. You merge the ID of the first trustee, second and third. You merge it together as one file. Okay, so I have these suggestions for you. You can make use of this site. They can edit PDF, they can merge, they can arrange. So use the site to do that. Then when you are done, you upload and upload the newspaper publication. So minutes of meeting also, even the declaration or declaration. Then when you are done uploading, you click on save and continue. So let me just go ahead to add all this information so that we're going to be making a payment together. All right, so we have all informations fully uploaded. Please make sure your files are uploaded, and then you click on save and continue. You preview your details. All right, so after previewing your details, you have to click on save and continue so you can make payment, and the payment is still the same, which is your 35,000 naira. Remember that I said that the price will be increasing, or the price will be changed, or the price will be increased soon. So yeah, for sake of newbies, let's click on remitter. Okay, so I don't need to be telling you that is already into CAC registration where to click. You already know where to click. So let me just quickly make this payment, and then I'll show you if it's going to be a pending or yeah. Okay, so I didn't know that the recording has stopped, and I actually made the payment, and it's now on the registration is on pending. Okay, so it's on pending, and then I already said when it's approved, you're going to see it on approved, and then you can search the name and all of that. So it download your certificates, your constitution and everything. Then for your generation of tin, you have to click it there and generate it, and that is that. So it actually takes let's say let's just give it a month for your registration to be complete, because after your name reservation, you publish your name on newspaper and you wait for 28 days. Reserved, I did not say registered. After your name reservation, you publish that reserved name, and the name that was approved for reservation, you have been issued your code. So you publish the name, and then you wait for 28 days before you start preparing. But you can also prepare everything and keep it. You can prepare everything and keep it. So having watched this video to the end, please, if you have any questions at all, feel free to ask. Drop them in the comment section. Also, you can add me on Facebook, Opara Chioma Glory. I do not want to be a party to calls that are not important. So that's why I wouldn't be dropping my information on WhatsApp here. So let me verify that you're a human being. Add me up on Facebook. Send me a friend request. I'll accept you. You tell me what you want. If it's business or if it's something that I need to give you an assistance, I'll give you my WhatsApp number. Let me know that you are not a robot, or you are not someone that I don't want you to be. Okay, so please, you cannot watch this video one time and expect to understand it. At least watch this video 3 times. You even need the video when you land your first job, if you're just starting, while you are doing that job, you are also relating yourself to this course. And in that way, once you are done with like 3 jobs, you get used to it. So you can't just watch the video and then feel that yes, you have arrived. No, it doesn't work like that, because you have to come back to this course when you have that job. All right. So another thing, you should also follow me, or you also need to add me on Facebook, because I do share tips that you need, many tips that you wouldn't want to miss out. So that will be all for now. Please don't forget to subscribe if you've not subscribed, and like the video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.